What's up, guys? Average Kiwi Guy here. How y'all doing? So, I'm still in Hawaii, as you can see, as the mess of lighting setups this is. Trying to get it as best I can. So, sorry, it's not up to what I usually do, and that's not very high most of the time. But yeah, so I'm still here, still portable setup, and of course, while I'm here, Cyberpunk decides to do like nearly a freaking hour of gameplay. Nearly a freaking hour, like 48 minutes or so of freaking gameplay. I'm pretty sure this is the stuff that people got shown at E3 when they released all this stuff and gave away these awesome statues to people that went there, and it was like, oh. But I'm super hyped for Cyberpunk. I want to see every little bit of it. I want to see what this gameplay stuff, what's going on with it. So I don't know how I'll probably do this. I don't know if we'll just release the full thing and we'll just go, or I'll cut it up into pieces. We'll see what happens when I edit this thing. But yeah, we're gonna react to the entire game footage. I have not seen any of this at all, so let's check it out. Let's have a look. 3, 2, 1, go. No future.
Almost clear. Go.
Oh. Did you get blades and stuff? That looked cool. First person too, man. First person too.
Welcome to the gameplay demo walkthrough of CD Projekt Red's upcoming title, Cyberpunk 2077. A narrative-driven, open-world RPG set in a dark version of the future. Before we start, a small but important disclaimer. The gameplay you're about to see is from a work-in-progress version of the game. Everything you see is potentially subject to change. In Cyberpunk 2077, you can fully customize your character using a deep customization system. For this demo, we're going to play a female. Keep in mind that what you see here is not final. We just want to give you a glimpse of what will be possible in the released game.
Cool.
This is an RPG, so before we get into our appearance, we need to define our backstory.
Childhood
what you choose
hero.
Here will unlock different possibilities
Samurai
later in the game.
Rocker boy?
Also, you can use an array of different options to modify how you look. These include body type, hairstyle, tattoos, makeup, skin tone, and many, many more. But visuals aren't everything. You'll also be able to customize your initial attribute setup. You'll notice we didn't pick a class. Cyberpunk 2077 features a fluid class system, and you'll be able to modify your class throughout the game.
This like
demo
old
takes
school.
place near the beginning of the game. V and her friend Jackie, along with a netrunner named T-Bot, are hired to find and retrieve a missing person, a girl whose locator implant went dark.
Almost clear.
I'm gonna spend so much time in that customization thing, man. So much time in that customization.
On your right. Girls inside. Biomon's been down an hour. Better tell them.
Cyberpunk 2077 is a first-person role-playing game. This perspective enables us to maximize your immersion.
Should have full access.
I have no problem with
2.8
it at all.
seconds.
No problem whatsoever.
Breached it. Your turn.
Órale, Lito, way, I know.
Alarms neutralized.
Got the jams going in the background. Girl.
Oh, are we fucking late? Is that her? That our target, V?
Shit.
Room's too simple. Not our girl, I think. Keep looking.
It looks like these scavengers are kidnapping people to harvest their implants.
Damn. Harvested implants.
Okay, things are about to get heated.
Oh, that was cool. Like the
We'll take a
interactive.
reflex booster that temporarily allows us to use the Kereznikov ability.
Kereznikov. I liked how like the takedown use stuff, like the actual environment. Fuck. Shitbag. They have subtitles.
This is Kereznikov.
The bullet time. Okay. Oh, look at that. Destructible as well. Take the drugs. Damage numbers too, by the looks of it. Yeah.
He's moving!
Damage the boss. I don't mind the UI. The UI looks alright. Oh shit! can shoot through freaking.
Got none to fucking you!
You can shoot through walls and shit. That's awesome.
Room he's in looks out on the balcony. Got a window on the left. Go!
The window that's inside. Oh, Jackie!
Won't be needing this anymore.
I'm guessing like.
Pussy.
Layout shows only one room left.
So you
the
get,
bathroom.
maybe
Go.
you get companions? Do you get companions? Something?
hope
Or is
our
it just the
target-
dude that's hanging out with you this mission? Yeah.
Cabrones.
Oh, they're like on ice.
Think I got her. Got our target.
We make it? She alive?
This does not look good.
Her eyes are flickering.
No, in a minute. Jacking into Biomon.
Bioma.
Sandra Dorset, NC-57.
Detail is insane.
Got a winner. Or she will be if we can get her to a hospital. Sheesh. Trauma Team Platinum, too.
Platinum? Shit, TT should have swooped in if she sneezed.
Something's jamming the Biomon
Trauma
signal.
Team
Talk to me,
Platinum.
T-Bug.
Also, they're like life, like health insurance. I'm
Locator
guessing.
arrow socket. Should be a
That's
shard
cool.
slotted in. Shit's probably on that. If we clear it, free up the signal, TT could actually drop in, take her off our hands.
Got the shard. Removing it now. Done.
Greetings,
check her
Sandra.
Biomon again.
An emergency evacuation unit has been dispatched
Oh.
and is due to arrive at your location in 180 seconds.
Biomon claims trauma will be here in 3 minutes.
Like the fucking cavalry. Well, let's get her out of here.
Pick
Your
up the
premium
woman.
plan will cover 90% of the projected costs of your
This has got some real kind of old school.
Yeah, she's flatlining.
We're gonna have to censor this shit, but you know,
You know what's going on.
the
Jackie, air hypo.
Can't, China.
oh.
She's stable.
That left a mark too.
Fuera, Jaina. Get her outside. I'll cover you.
It turns out a virus disrupted the girl's locator implant. We've fixed that, and now help is in.
It's got a like
Swarm of the sons of bitches, two
kind of a
hands full,
real
just
old
pulled up
school
outside.
RPG kind of feel to it, a little bit. It's got those mechanics there,
Fuera.
which I
Get her
like.
out. Terrorists.
There we go, some of the world.
Stand clear. Landing. Stop where you are.
Here to help, man.
Patient on the stretcher. Five steps back. Now.
Yo!
I said step back. PT-133 to control. Patient NC570442 secured.
You guys suck at your
Stimulants
job.
being
Like,
administered 70 milligrams dopamine, 110 norepinephrine, 800 vibrant.
Hey, give us a lift out of here. No problem.
no. Okay, bye.
Action. T-Bug out.
All clear.
That was Trauma
you and me
Team,
blow.
a kind of high-end premium medical
Don't
insurance.
have much time from what Bug said.
We've delivered the target, and T-Bug has notified us that the scavengers have called in reinforcements. Let's get out of here before they arrive.
I got the eddies for new wheels now. Eyeing something real fine, too. How about you, Jaina? Probably blow it all on booze in 3 days.
Talking about somebody else, Jack. You cleaner than a cunt at a combat.
Dana? Like, to her. Everyone's name is V or something. Or is that just like a nickname? We're like friends with benefits, maybe? Or is that a different guy?
Cyberpunk is a mature, visceral experience, and as such, it will let
No,
you
it's a different
explore
guy.
a variety of different interactions with the game world. And as you just saw, it's people.
Hello, Night City, your man
You can sleep with people. Okay.
Tonight's biz. But first, remember the man, the myth, Johnny Silverhand. Been a year since he went on his last ride. All you gunks sitting in the afterlife nursing that scotch, waiting for something better. You
Brush your
know what I
teeth.
mean.
The job was a success, and V obviously has some money to burn.
Hey, up, V? Look, I need to talk to you. That news as big as my balls.
I got a hot date with my Ripper Doc.
Come on, Jaina, make the doc wait. Pull some pants on your culo and get down here. Subway entrance, and bring your iron.
Oh, it's just a nickname. Okay. Or
Okay, Jackie has just told us that he has some big news for us, and we have an appointment with our Ripper Doc today. Before we leave, let's take a good look around our apartment.
did we get bases
Good morning,
and stuff?
Night City. The song on the radio is by rocker boy Johnny Silverhand. It's part of our creative process to draw inspiration from the pen and paper system created by Mike Pondsmith, and to put our own 2077 spin on it.
Okay.
Let's go grab our gear.
They're like, I'm guessing they're making these
Okay,
things.
we'll take V's trusty pistol.
This music, cool. Samurai. They're like,
And also grab our jacket.
did you see those spaces with swords,
Since
man?
Cyberpunk 2077 is an RPG, the jacket not only provides us with protective stats like armor, but it also increases our street cred. Street cred is a form of experience the player acquires by completing side missions. It is used to unlock new vendors and content throughout Night City.
So we're gonna get gear. That's cool.
Alright,
Like rarities and
let's go
stuff
meet
too.
Jack. V's current apartment is located inside a mega building, a huge building complex that forms a micro-society of its own. In this timeline, technology and the world have evolved in some ways that seem familiar, but entirely surprising in others. As an example, in this world, people pay with eddies, slang for Euro dollars. We make sure to root
Euro
every
dollars.
detail in the world's lore, so everything has its purpose and stays believable.
Like a slice. Can we get pizza?
A big part of our RPG experience is having a world that is interactive. Here, a generic ad has morphed into an advertisement specifically tailored to V, informing her of the nearest vendor she can purchase the product. In this case, it shows us where to find some Nicola soda.
In that gap.
For the very first stages of food production, with bar quality that even Mother Nature can envy.
Get that gum.
Try out our freshly developed tank and let your tongue.
I thought it was gum. No, it's canned drink.
Yum.
This is Wilson, one of Night City's many gunsmiths. We won't be checking his wares today, but you can purchase and upgrade your weapons and gear throughout the city.
Cool.
Cyberpunk 2077 is set in Night City, a bustling metropolis located on the coast of the free state of North California. It's a dystopian city where violence and oppression are the norm.
Okay, so like
We are working hard to make Night City a fully realized, seamless
off the
open
coast of
world
California?
with no loading screen.
Maybe like
Currently,
California
we're
sunk?
in
I don't know.
Watson, a former industrial district where crime now mixes with money.
Very strong signal. You kidding me? Damn signal gonked out 3 times. 3 times, yo.
Damn, Joe.
Piece of shit. Now give me back my eddies.
And this world looks super cool. Super cool.
Could be some truth to that.
I mean, like, you think about this is the state it's in now. Like, now. This is the intro, like the opening
We've
scene.
greatly enhanced our crowd and community system to create the most believable city in any open world game to date. The city's streets are bustling with crowds of people from all facets of life, all living their lives within a full day and night cycle.
I wonder if it repeats though. Like that girl that was taking a photo on her phone or something. She'll be there back at that same time. Like they rotate. Wonder what that's gonna be like.
Okay, there's Jackie.
Fucking finally.
Jack.
Buckle up. Shit's happening.
It's happening.
What's up, Jack?
Dexter Deshawn. Huh? Sound familiar? Homeboy wants to talk to you. One of Night City's top fixers, eh? Okay, you see that caddy? Need to walk on over there and get us a job, Heina.
Fine, I'll meet him. Talk.
I'll be at Senor Ripper's. Good news to me. Good luck, V!
It turns out
Good
we've
luck,
caught
V.
the attention of one of Night City's biggest players, Dexter Deshawn, a fixer, a person who gets things done.
Yo, what's
he wants
up?
to meet up and discuss a job.
Get in.
Let's see what he has for us.
Dude's got like gold arms.
Yo, Miss V, a pleasure. Let's roll.
Look at the guy's watch.
Scanning a serious job just now. Playing gargantuan compared to smashing up a scare phone. You interested?
Interested, sure. Tell me more.
Well, glad to hear it. Before we can start in on this, though, I need to be sure. Sure you all right.
All right. And the
Yes.
nature of this test.
This to me's got like
Starting the show.
a more
See, got a classic tale for you. Psycho gang, just doing his thing, jumped a corp convoy, got away with gear. Now I need me that little combat bot.
It's-
They call it the Flathead. Of course, I got the Eddies to buy it, but me and the Maelstrom boys ain't the best of friends. No flow to our convoy.
here to stout senior operations. Like it's got a more in-depth Mass Effect feel to it,
She's on
but
the
like
run
you're
with
not
the
like
dogs
this
who sold the gang
super
booze
soldier
to
that,
convoy.
you know, the
Got herself a
pinnacle of freaking humanity. You're a freaking, you know, gang member or gang leader or whatever you want to be, running the streets basically.
Gotta be desperate by now. Be wise to think how you could use that. Got any questions for me?
Clear on it all, I think. Time I got to work.
Beautiful.
Do this.
Here's hoping my inkling checks out.
So, see you at the afterlife soon as the job's done.
Do good, and this will be the start of a beautiful friendship based on heaps of eddies.
I like that, like how we get to.
It seems Dexter has given us a test of sorts to see if we're worthy. He wants us to retrieve a piece of high-tech combat gear a local gang stole from the Militech megacorp.
Like we get to, you know,
We'll be
do
able to
jobs
approach this
that will
job
increase
from a
our like
variety of angles.
basically our
Let's try
fame
calling
in
the
the
Militech contact to see where that leads.
Stout here. Hi. Heard you were looking for some tech. Let's talk.
Hey, everybody shut it! Where is it? Come on, spill!
On the horn? No.
Amateur hour. Jesus.
So what is she like holding
First
her
exit off Skyline going towards the NIT.
phone up in front of her or
Storm
something?
channel under the overpass. Meet you there.
Interesting with the
The
camera.
situation's tricky because the contract giver is a corporate agent who seems a little high-strung. Before we get down to business, it's a great idea to visit our Ripper Dog.
Ripper Dog. Oh, this is like our enhancement thing, right? The world is awesome. The world is super, super cool. Like it's got that Blade Runner feel to it. I really like.
Got a real whack tape, change your fucking life.
I'm interested.
Crime is a common occurrence. Night City is not a safe place. Life here is not easy.
Also, like replaying what happened. Man, I know when I first saw
Your heart chakra looks a little out of whack, babe.
V!
I can relate.
How'd it play out with Dex?
It's all here.
All right, I'll check it out while I wait for you.
like it's I thought that we were gonna be like cops going after like the real like crazy freaking androids,
Dr. Vector, we'll see you now.
but I like this better. I like being
We're at a Ripper Dog clinic. Ripper Docs are specialist vendors who offer people the possibility to install or upgrade their cyberware.
Cyberware.
Vicky, spry as ever, you old ripper.
Hey, V.
on the chance, coming in with a couple of hooks. Gaining the upper hand pretty darn quickly.
Need to bump up my specs and get a grip.
Really? Now? Finally?
Vic, shit just got real. Hitting the major leagues. Got a job from Dex Deshawn.
The Dexter Deshawn? Yeah, that is something. But let me guess. Hasn't paid you yet.
Quit crying, Vic. I'll bring you the Eddies later, with interest. You know I will.
Last time, I swear. Now sit.
Now, what are we gonna do?
That's Karoshi. Best I've got. And should be about right under the circumstances.
Oh shit, you're gonna put it... A new eye?
Jack in. You peruse and choose while I scan. See what's going on inside.
We're going to install both an optical scanner,
Mark 1, like I said. Decent enough scanner. Displays data on your cornea.
and a subdermal weapon grip.
The link's not labeled. And to be perfectly honest, not entirely sure where the
Enables
hell I
use of
got it.
locked weapons.
Still, looks like it'll talk to Karoshi Tech.
I'm ready. Carve away.
Okay, all clean. Now for the fun stuff.
Oh, she's
Lay that Major League arm of yours right here.
gonna pull out our eyes, isn't he? Oh god.
Just like that. Thanks. Now a bit of anesthetic, and I can start cutting. Feel anything?
The tension
Doc.
rises.
Play by play. Makes you sound like a dentist. They're always going on and on.
Don't be me now. Remember, I'm old. I got a shaky Gannic hand. Could slip.
Jesus.
Lights out for a minute, all right?
Ah! Don't take my eye!
Good. So let's test it. Linking you in.
Look at our eye.
You might feel a little discomfort, maybe blurred vision, low contrast, glitches.
This is weird as hell.
So, how's it look to you?
With the scanner, we can zoom in on things and take a closer look.
Zoom. I want those blades! I want those blades. I want blade arms. Kidding me?
This is fantastic.
Beautiful. Time for the scanner.
Additionally, we can analyze objects, get details on enemy weak points or gang affiliation.
It might take you a while to adjust, but
Predicted threat low.
anything really. Scanner should eventually
It's gotta like
processes will read your intentions.
kind of a little bit like the UI's a little bit Fallouty, I guess in a way. Not.
Now draw your weapon.
It's kind of a mix between like a little bit of Fallout and a little bit of
The subdermal weapon grip links to our scanner.
Deus
and
Ex
shows us
maybe.
weapon information like ammo count and fire modes. It also increases the base damage on all connected weapons.
Ooh.
Shit, Victor. Not bad. I don't know what to say.
Say you'll take this and remember the dosage. 2 whiffs now, and another 2 in an hour.
Gotcha.
Thanks again. You're the best, Vic.
So it's like to help
Go on, kid. Show 'em
adapt
what
to
you
it,
can
I
do.
guess.
And once you hit the big time, don't forget where you came
Because
from.
it's like, you know, Deus Ex, where you had to take that medicine, or else you'd like you'd reject your
While some Ripper
implants.
Docs operate legally, others provide black market services. For the right price, they can even offer to install illegal military-grade cyberware.
I want those.
Left a few minutes ago. Said he'd wait outside.
Cool.
Well, well, Kiroshi. Well, Vig's got a soft spot for you, Heina. Come on. How about you use them fancy-ass optics to scan my new wheels?
Sure, but you'll have to let me take it for a spin.
Hey, just watch the paint job.
Oh, so that car is not yours. It's Jackie's car. Oh.
Hey, carnal! Hey, you got a problem?
This guy looks an awful lot like one of those scavengers we took out earlier.
Get away from the car. Ooh, here we go. Driving.
Something tells me that wasn't no coincidence, huh?
What the fuck you standing here for?
Jackie's car is a super.
There's still some parts where they need to work on. Like, this is not a finished product, but
of the future.
very cool.
Players can explore Night City freely, in many different cars, on bikes, and in other types of vehicles.
Flying cars? I want flying cars. That's what I want.
This does not look good. Puta madre!
Grab the wheel, Jack!
Oh, fuck!
Oh.
It looks like the scavengers from earlier are still angry.
They're pulling ahead, Heina. Watch it now. Got it.
Oh, that's cool. Like, when they fall out, you actually you go over them. Like, there's a bump. That's cool.
I think we got rid of them. That was intense.
So intense.
Shit! The fuck was that?
Night City never sleeps. Danger lurks around every corner, even in daytime.
That was cool as hell, man.
Random encounters like these are an example of how your actions directly influence your open world experience.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Jackie.
So,
Okay,
done
Jackie.
riding our asses?
If this is like a badass futuristic Grand Theft Auto like game, but CD Projekt made it,
Real messed up pendejos, guys.
this thing's gonna blow people away.
Many forces are fighting for control of Night City, but the mega corporations are the real showroom. The agent we're going to meet represents Militech, one of the largest companies in the private military sector.
Militech.
Remember the corpo off Dex's Shard? Ranger, she's in the area and we're gonna meet.
Let me guess. She's in hot corporal water. Desperate. And you think you can use that?
See if I can, yeah.
Since Cyberpunk 2077 is an RPG, preparation will be key when dealing with Night City's powerful, especially when these are corpos. Instead of just rushing in, let's assess the situation with our freshly installed Kiroshi optical scanner.
This has got like a Deus Ex vibe.
Let's take a closer look.
Like, you can probably go in, guns blazing, sneak around, do stuff.
No doubt about it. You sure you still want to meet him?
Yeah, gotta do this. But don't you move a damn muscle. Not unless I start, that is.
Gotcha.
These guys are levels higher than we are. Let's try to approach them.
Oh,
carefully.
you know the bad when, the high level when they got question
Take
marks.
it you were the one to call? Yep. Wait, wanted? Think you're smart? Thought you could blackmail me, bitch? Set conditions?
Calm the hell down. What is this?
I got you now, asshole.
What the hell?
You're insane. Who the fuck is this?
I'll know in 2 seconds flat. That fucking thing ready?
All set.
He's hacking us.
Are you here alone?
The corpos have hacked us through our personal link and have subjected us to a kind of lie detector program. The dialogue system in Cyberpunk 2077 is fully gameplay driven.
I asked if you came alone.
Yep, just little old me.
She's lying.
Search the area.
Oh no. Oh, they got drones.
We don't need to be here all day. This piece of shit, Anthony Gilchrist. Did he or another asshole at Militech leak info to you or anyone else about a convoy?
It might be tempting to reach for the gun, but the consequences could
Got
be
nothing
dire.
to do with him
Remember,
or Militech.
these guys are really tough.
Shit. Checks out. You got nothing on me. Nothing. Won't get away with this, you bitch. You're dead.
Somebody shut him up.
Take me home.
Take me home. And get your damn thing off me. I polite to hack people.
All right. I have no idea who you're working for or what you even want, but you better give me something solid or I will end you.
I've got an offer.
Oh, you are stretching. This better be fucking good.
Gang goons who ripped you off? I know where to find them. They got a bot I want. Give me the funds to buy that bot. You can do what you want with the gang.
I don't give a shit about the thieves. I want my mold. Cred chip, 50K. Just enough to buy you your bot. Thing is, chip's gotta make it into the thieves' terminal. That's all I need. Think you can do that? Then we got a deal.
Fine. I'm in.
So yeah, multiple options.
Try to fuck me in any way, and I'll be seeing you real soon.
You're making a mistake. This cunt's good as dead.
The agent gave us
They're
the
not
money to
afraid
buy
to
the
swear
bot
anything in this game. I love it. It's
By
cool.
choosing to call the Militech agent earlier, we have now opened up a non-violent path through this quest. Of course, we could try and keep the money, but that would mean we'd have to take the merchandise by force, which requires a lot of firepower.
Yeah, so that Deus Ex, like, play the game out, explore every option. I like that a lot.
Good thing, too. Went down about like I expected. Made a deal, and we're good to meet with Maelstrom now.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you can, like, do up your car and stuff. That's gotta be a thing, right?
Be there soon. What do you expect?
Corpse don't forgive or forget.
And this
Borg fuck sense that.
the guy playing this game drives like a freaking grandma.
Praying to the almighty Trip 6. Gotta move the tech, but they can't. Cause your new best friend from the tripped out, tanked out SUV is just begging them to try. How you want to do this?
Even now, we can choose how to approach this quest. Do we go in guns blazing, or do we try to negotiate
All right,
for the bot?
plan's simple. We pay with the Corpo's cred and get out.
I don't know, but you're calling this one.
For this demo, let's try the more
trust my
diplomatic
charm?
approach.
Tough
That's
shit.
cool. So, like,
all we need's for them.
depending on how you want to play, like, you can just straight up negotiate with people and stuff. Just pay them, like, hey, yo, I'll buy it.
Don't know you.
Want to talk to Royce?
Main room. I'm waiting.
Yes, you're Royce. Alright.
They look damn well prepared.
All strapped with Militech gear.
Psycho Borgs chromed out with military-grade hardware worth millions. Should be
The guys we're about to meet are dangerous. They are members of the Maelstrom gang, and their obsession with body modification goes way beyond even this world's standards. On their path to becoming machines, they don't shy away from even the most extreme measures.
Anti-personnel mine. Shrapnel spitter. My favorite.
Cancun's getting creative with their gear.
And goons.
It looks like they made this abandoned all foods meat factory their hideout. Charming.
Another one? Seriously?
Maybe we should have taken him by surprise.
A little late for regrets like that. Got us in their sights now.
It's cool how you can, like, have conversations with your friend as well. Like, that's cool.
Stay cool. They're just trying to spook us.
Remember, we've chosen to buy the tech, not steal it. Hopefully this will go fast and easy. This is a pretty well-guarded place. You can imagine what would have happened if we taken the violent path.
Yeah, it's like one way is definitely easier, so maybe you should do that, but you want to shoot up the place, you can shoot up the place.
Looking to buy a bot. Model MTO D12. Looks like a spider.
Couch planted.
You're charming people.
Yo, Kurt, peek around the corner, see if we got anything like that.
These guys.
Well, shit. Sit down.
I'll stand. Can't move on your culo. Makes you an easy target.
Sit down.
That really necessary, hombre?
I ain't your hombre. Sit.
Look, geez, they're like got.
Sit your ass down.
They're like
before I plant a
freaking
bullet in your
spiders.
skull.
Sit down.
This ain't gonna end well, but...
Shit. Well, all right. Fucking bravo. Come on, lighten up. Have a whiff. Better.
Vaping of the future,
Now we
ladies and
can
gentlemen.
talk.
The bot. Need to see it.
Suit yourself. Fucking tricked out, state-of-the-art this thing. Don't even got no standard port. Bells and whistles though, dynamic camo armor and motor impulses rivaling that of the human nervous system.
Get to
Its
keep it.
actuators are actually pimped with titanium fiber, and it can go anywhere, literally. Watch this. Fully integrated link too, so when the spider starts crawling up walls, dangling from ceilings, you could lose your lunch. So, what you think?
Hey up,
Like
let's
VR.
get out of here.
The bot. I'll take it.
2 questions. What the fuck's going on? And who the fuck is
Man, I was
this?
making a deal. And you got no face.
Got 50 large on this crutch.
And you positively reek of Militech.
Dexter Deshawn sent me.
Dexter Deshawn. Dreads. Gold plate. Fat old fuck. That him?
Alright. Oh,
Pay for the bot. Be on our way.
that was cool.
How much you say you had? 50K?
Okay.
Creds on this.
Move it.
Bro's got a machete on his back.
Not the smoothest of deals, but it worked out in the end, right? Flathead's good gear. It'll do the trick. Whatever that trick is.
Shit. Shit, shit, shit!
Oh! Dum dum.
It turns out the cred chip we got from the Militech agent contained a virus
Cut
which
off.
fried their system.
Virus must have driven security.
Royce, their leader, is making a break for it.
Militech. Had to end this way.
Before we figure
the
out a
bot.
way to leave, let's grab the splinter that controls the bot from one of these dead maelstromers.
They're looting. Yep. Loadouts and
The
everything.
inspection system allows us to take a closer look at the splinter. You can inspect specific items to reveal details that can help in solving quests.
Bit of an investigation system. Man, they're going like full dive
let's
into this
equip
game.
the splinter
It's
with our
great.
chip
I
wear
love
suit.
this stuff. Love it.
With this done, the bot will now follow us wherever we go. All right, what else do we have here?
Ooh.
Nice. A street-modified tech shotgun. Tech weapons fire rounds that penetrate walls and other types of cover.
Oh.
They also have
It's like a
an alternate
railgun
function
shotgun.
that allows you to power up shots and deal more damage.
Oh.
It looks like there are several ways out of this room, like those gates, for example. However, you'd have to be a skilled netrunner to hack into this terminal.
Okay. depending on what class you kind of picked and what.
Luckily, our engineering skills should allow us to disassemble that maintenance panel so we can get through the door.
Got it.
It's like, do you want to be a hacker? Do you
There
want
are
to be
many skills in
engineer
that
type?
players can apply in solving problems.
Nice.
The engineering skill can be used to fix, disassemble, and disarm devices blocking
Production
your
line
path.
passes through here.
And we got jumps.
So,
Got
from
it.
this point on, we're going to unlock the abilities of a high-end character to showcase some of the different mechanics we have in the game.
Oh, here we go. Show us the blade arms, man. Show us the blade arms. You got like little dashes and stuff.
One of the new weapon modules we now have installed is a ricochet targeting system connected to our eyes.
Oh, hell yes.
This allows players to bounce bullets off walls and hit enemies hiding behind cover.
I like that, man. That's cool. Boom. You don't like swearing, you're gonna have a
This is
tough
another
time with this
targeting
one.
system that will reveal enemies behind walls.
Wall hacks, okay.
Paired with the penetrating rounds of our tech shotgun.
Oh, kneecap. Oh, its entire bottom of his fucking body's gone. So like we can scan the wall.
We found some loot.
Oh, epic.
This is a smart gun. It's one of the more advanced weapons in the game, allowing bullets to track and follow their target. It's one of many different weapons players can acquire.
Epic weapon.
Weapons are built of modules that allow for deep customization and progression.
It's
this way, you can
basically
be
an
sure
auto
to
gun.
find something that will suit your playstyle.
Freaking auto aim. Here we go. I like it a lot. That's cool, man. You got like a little dash. I love that stuff. I mean, the bullet time's not anything new, but I mean, it's still cool. And you can use it in good spots as well.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ, my legs, but my head is gone.
Just a reminder, everything you've seen and are about to see, including this particular feature we're about to show you, is from a work-in-progress version of the game and may change over the course of development.
Okay, all exits covered?
Okay, let's try something different. We're going to take this guy down and connect directly to his neural sign. In the world of Cyberpunk, once you are jacked into a network, you have access to everything it connects to.
Oh.
Through this Maelstrom gang member, we've now connected to the gang hideout's internal network. This is the building's personnel system. Let's focus on the squad containing the Maelstrom ganger we just connected to. From here, we can deploy software that affects the whole squad. For now, we'll simply unlock the ability to perform quick hacks.
Quick hack.
All right, time to show off our new high-level abilities.
Sword arms. Wall running.
With quick hack,
And
using
you can
the backdoor we
freaking
unlocked a minute ago, we'll install a virus that jams the connection between the Maelstrom ganger and his weapon. This will prevent him from firing.
Oh.
Looks like he's having a problem now.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Oh.
Some of you might recognize these mantis blades. We can also double jump and bounce off of walls, which makes us a very agile, fast solo.
I want that. You could like stick them into the wall and stick to walls and shit. That's awesome. I know there's like later game stuff, but have that stuff to look forward to is awesome.
Sweet, we just found a corporate tech rifle. Corpo weapons are top of the line.
Corporate tech. And we're finding all this stuff.
Let's scan this guy and see what's going on. It looks like Royce is back, and he's prepped. He's got an armored exoskeleton. We won't be able to
They're
get rid of
mech
him
suits too.
Our weapons are not dealing a lot of damage because he's packing an autonomous shield. Luckily, the scan we performed earlier revealed a weak spot. Attacking should bring the shield down.
Our dude's like holding the car up as a shield. That's awesome. Kind of like how cover breaks and stuff. Oh, you can like jump around them. It's got a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a bit of a Titanfall kind of shooting and moving, maybe a little bit. Oh, we're like, this is, can't hit this, man.
Let's put him down and get this job over.
Yo, Mantis played this dude.
That wasn't the smoothest raid, but we've got the bot, and Dex should be happy. But think back. What would have happened if we hadn't met with the Militech agent? Or told Royce about the agent and her plans? Or just decided to buy the bot ourselves? So many options, so many possibilities. And each will have consequences that will ripple through the game world and your story.
Oh.
And that's just one quest. Let's head out and finish the job.
Nice.
About goddamn time. Let's get out of here.
So I'm guessing like one gang will hate the fact that we helped this gang or this mega corporation and that mega corporation will like CD Projekt Red, man, they're like the masters of RPGs. Insane.
No, we really ought to work together more often.
Your chip had the clap. That's not discreet.
The chip had the clap.
I fucked you over, you fucked the gang over. Somewhere at the start of the story, somebody fucked the Corp. See how this works now? Only the Corp gets what it wants. Remember that. Learn it. A couple years down the line, you'll be standing where I am, watching somebody else doing...
Yep, being a raging bitch to whoever's doing my dirty work for me.
It's time we were on our way, Ida.
Okay, let's call Dex and tell him how things went down.
My girl,
shit-eating
how's our
suits.
bed looking?
Vámonos.
Hey, Mr. Dex. Get us that table at the afterlife?
Matter of fact, I did. Just in my gut.
Good robot.
You know.
Well, you were right to.
Well done, Miss V. Well done. See you there.
You did. Although it's obviously got the engine in the back.
Believe it, Ida. Major leagues. We're in. I mean, we fucking pried the door open.
But the only thing I want to pry open right now is a bottle of scotch.
Oh no, not another three-nighter. Por favor.
Need to get to know this city, Jack. Not just gun in hand. I'm on a crusade.
Amen, Ida.
We finished the job, but our story is just beginning.
Going pro.
This concludes our gameplay demo walk. Thanks
This
for
game, man. Ah. For Cyberpunk.net. I mean, I think this game 2 years out, I'd say. I mean, dude, like every part of it, like I think it's got that complexity that a lot of RPGs nowadays are kind of missing a little bit. Like they've simplified it down because they think, oh, you know, people don't want to be picking their attributes and stuff like that. They want to like stock standard classes and things like that. It has that kind of a little bit of an old school mentality to it, which is awesome. And I mean, you can see the stuff that they've taken from Witcher, and you see that stuff that they're new stuff they're bringing in. I think it's awesome. I think it's like, it feels like a culmination of like Mass Effect, Deus Ex, Blade Runner stuff, like all mixed in together with that sort of core of Witcher in a way, all there, and then maybe throw a bit of Grand Theft Auto in there as well. That is a very, very nice mix to have. A very nice mix to have. Now a lot of the time, right, like I don't like to get too hyped for games. I don't, because I feel like a lot of the time you just get let down, and you get let down. Like a lot of games cannot ever meet the hype that they generate, because especially when there's games that promise everything, and a lot of the time they won't do that. I think, this game, obviously you got to take stuff into perspective. You got to, make sure that you don't think like this world is like a living world and everything's going to be interactable and everything's going to like move. Like I said, like with the city, like they said, like there's going to be like a day-night cycle, and everyone in it will react the way the day-night cycle is going. Like, does that day-night cycle restart when it comes back around? Like, do those people come out and do the same thing every day? Like, I'm pretty sure that's probably going to happen, or they may have a couple of different sequences they may run, and then that's about it. Like, to do that stuff, you got to make the city look busy, right? Because you can't have everyone just standing there like in freaking T-pose and that's it. You got to make this city look busy, but does it start repeating itself? Especially when you start getting in that late game, when you start like, you've put, because these games, right, you're going to put in hundreds of hours, guaranteed. Like you could probably streamline it, like you go straight through the main story and that's it. But when you start adding in questing and doing like freaking going out and looking for loot and stuff like that, leveling up, all that stuff, you're going to be putting in hundreds of hours into this game. Hundreds of hours. And that's the type of stuff where you're like, okay, that person's there again. Okay, that person. It's just stuff you'll start noticing later on. Like first couple times around, you won't notice it. But this stuff, yeah. I mean, this game has been like from the very first trailer we saw, where everyone freaked out about this trailer and like the freaking the girl with the swords and stuff, and like like I said it in the reaction, I was like, when I first saw that trailer, I thought they were gonna go down like you're like part of a police unit and you're dealing with these augmented people, like they're freaking out and killing people and stuff like that. Maybe they were those augmented people and stuff at some point, maybe, but they've gone this like sort of like freelancer type hitman gang member type thing, which I like. I think that's really cool. I liked how we had like our friend, what was his name? It's so much went on in that thing. It was like, Jackie. I liked how we had that companion with us through majority of it. It's just another voice. It's another part of the story. I dig that a lot. And I wonder if we get additional companions later on. I'm not sure, but I mean, that would be kind of cool, especially like as our reputation grows. Maybe like I don't think we have a gang, but like maybe the people around us, like we start getting more people and things like that. That's cool. So I liked Jackie. I thought Jackie was kind of cool. And he like him adding his opinions in, and like them having conversations as you're going through the levels and stuff. That was pretty cool. Customization, I mean, I'm gonna probably spend like at least an hour, maybe two, customizing my V. My V. Like the ability to just change all that stuff up, make your own character and things like that, and then that character being like voiced and things like that too. Like with Mass Effect, right? Like they did their best with that, but whenever you made your own character, never quite fit right. Especially in cutscenes and stuff. This one looked phenomenal. Like it looked super cool. I liked how you could change pretty much everything, man. was sweet. Loved that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna spend multiple hours in that before I even start the game. I'm gonna be in that thing, freaking making my perfect V to go through the game. That's cool. The fluid class system, like I think you start out and you like pick like a class essentially, but then that class like morphs as you go through the game. Like you can pick different things out of different trees and stuff. I'm not sure exactly on that. I'm sure there's people that analyze the heck out of this. Just from what I was gathering, like it was a fluid class system. You can pretty much make your character the way you want. Just because you picked one class doesn't mean that you can't go. Say you pick a more hacking class, mate, you can't go into like a more soldier-like class later on, sort of thing. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty. Like that's the freedom of doing stuff like that, which I like. The freedom of making your own character the way you want. That's always a good thing. Always a good thing. And like some of the abilities that we're seeing, like a lot of them are very like we've seen them in like Deus Ex and stuff like that. Other things and stuff. We've seen them like in Deus Ex and stuff like that. Like that's not a thing, but I did love the way that I do like a lot of the like later on stuff. Like especially I think that's when you start getting more better augments and stuff like that. Like better bionic abilities, whatever the hell they are. Like those freaking mantis sword blade things. I want that. I want that right now. Like that looked badass to use. Just being able to like freaking stab into the wall and like climb along the wall and like jump down and freaking Assassin's Creed those guys and stuff. I would love to make a class that's just all melee. That would be awesome. If that can be a thing, I'm doing that. Like that'd be cool. Cause like when they were in her apartment, they're like up on her like the equipment area, like in the apartment, there was like spaces for swords and stuff. I want swords. I want swords. I want to be running around this futuristic freaking city where everyone has guns and stuff like that, and I'm this freaking idiot running around with a sword. Sword and a pistol. Like done. I'm happy. We'll see what happens on that one, but that might be a later on thing. I mean, the way the UI looked. The UI had this kind of like a little bit like Fallout, but more modern. Maybe a bit of little Deus Ex in there as well. It looked clean. It looked like you get that sort of neon color to it. I like that. It wasn't like this perfect thing either. Like when they showed they hacked into the bad guy and that like displayed the map of the place and all the things and stuff. Like it was all kind of pixelated and it was like it wasn't perfect, which I like. I think it's kind of got that little bit of Blade Runner feel, which I did like. So UI wise, it looks pretty clean, pretty simple. Obviously when you start getting into menus and stuff like that, it's all about how you feel, how you get around it. Is it a pain in the ass? That sort of thing. But I'm sure they'll do plenty of testing on that. They got a lot of time. That's the thing. Like this, like I'm expecting Cyberpunk to be maybe a 2020 game. I'm not expecting it next year. I think CD Projekt's the type of company that is quite happy to take its time on its games. And like they're not pushing it out. They're not like EA, which always wants something going out all the time. They're not like that. They're not going to push something out that is not ready. So I would definitely say 2020. I think this game. I really do. Like they've already said they're going to put it out when it's done. Like when it's done, it's done. They've never put a date on it or anything like that. I mean, it's taken us this long to get this stuff. Like the only thing we had prior to this was a trailer that was a cinematic trailer, and that was it. And it's a broad thing. It really is just showing off the world and saying, "Hey, we're making Cyberpunk. It'll be done when it's done." So I mean, and that was what that must be going on like 3 or 4 years ago now. Like it was a while. So yeah, I trust CD Projekt Red to do that. Because I do believe that they are now the pinnacle of RPG type games. I do think that they've ascended to that point where they're the specialists. They're the ones that know how to do it. They're like BioWare used to be that, like back in like the early 2000s and stuff like that. Like it was like the golden age of BioWare. They were the ones that always had the RPGs. They had the multiple choices, the conversation stuff, the relationship stuff, like all that. They were the ones who did all that. They have fallen by the wayside while CD Projekt has come up and taken them over. They've taken that to the next level. They've taken what BioWare did and made it grow and made it far, far. They've taken that and just blown it up and done an amazing job with it. So, no, I have all the faith in CD Projekt Red. All the faith. Gunplay looked good. Gunplay, it had like I said, I had a bit of a feel of like a Titanfall kind of feel. I'm glad that it is in first person. I prefer first person shooting over third person. Just a preference. And I do agree with them, like the immersion is a bit better there. And I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, but I make this character and I don't get to see them and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but there's gonna be cutscenes and you saw that. Like there were things there where like you saw your character and like you're gonna see this stuff. Like CD, they're not gonna do this and not let you see your character. You're gonna see your character. It's fine. But no, I'm happy that it's in first person. I think that's a good move on their part. And I mean, and it also separates it from Witcher as well. Like it has that, like, okay, this is Witcher. It was third person, so that medieval fantasy type, like, zone. Now we're going the full other spectrum. We're going cyberpunk, futuristic, first person shooter. Well, like that was cool. I think it's a nice separation for the company wise too. Like they'll always be linked to Witcher, but you don't want Cyberpunk to be linked to Witcher 2. So yeah, that's a good, like, from one end of the spectrum to the other. Like, and that's a little bit in following BioWare as well. Like you had like Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Like they tend to do that sort of stuff. So I'm happy that they did it first. I'm happy they did it first person. But hey, I mean, it just gets you more excited. It just gets you more excited. Like this looks. I mean, it's still got some work. Like you can see, there's some polish that still needs to happen. A very controlled look through. I mean, this definitely was the stuff that was shown at E3 to the people that got who actually got in and stuff, like the press and stuff like that. Actually I knew a guy got in and he was like just constantly going on to me about it, and I was like, man, shut the hell up. This is so unfair. But yeah, like he got that damn statue too. He got that statue as well. It's like, an asshole. Speaking of that they are like full on like R-rated this thing. Like, I mean, Witcher, it never shone away from the naked bits. It never shied away from that, but they were very like, we're gonna have freaking naked bits, we're gonna have swearing, all the rest of it. I mean, it's good. I like it. I think it fits the world. I think that's the big thing too. It fits the world and what they're doing. It's not something that's like, oh, that's a bit out of place. Nah, it fits the world really well. So probably not a game that you're gonna let your kids play. Probably not a game you're gonna let your kids play. But the rest of us, we're gonna have a good time with it. We're gonna have a good time. But like I said, I do think it's gonna be in a couple years. I think it's gonna be a couple years thing. But yeah, man, I mean, this show just so much. That was super cool to see. I'm glad they did that. Like, I mean, they didn't have to release that, like the stuff that they showed at E3. Like, they didn't have to do that. Like, they could have just gone off word of mouth. I mean, that was sitting pretty anyway, but to do that was super cool. And I mean, CD Projekt Red's just that type of company. I think they were pretty good company. But yeah, I mean, what it's going to come down to is their execution. That's what it's gonna come down to. Is like, can they meet? Like, I don't think they're gonna feed that hype. I think they're gonna definitely like just show what they got and then let the people do what they want with it. But I mean, I think out of most game companies, I think these guys are the ones you can pretty much trust them. I think. You never know. You never know, but I definitely think we can trust them. I think it's gonna be great. I have faith. I have faith. All right, guys, that's it for us. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. This is a long one, but yeah. Once again, I'm sorry that my setup is not the greatest. Just I'm in Hawaii. I'm in Hawaii on vacation. I was meant to do a Spartan race, but there was a hurricane and stuff, and even though it didn't really hit Oahu all that much, they still canceled it and stuff. Mainly because there was stuff going on in the other islands, like the Big Island got hit really bad, and Maui got hit really bad too. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I mean, a hurricane, can't control it. So yeah, that was something, but we're all good here. There's no worries. Getting some sun, as you can see. Got a little bit of something on me. A little bit of sun coming out the past couple of days. I got a few more days here, so I probably shouldn't be anything else coming out. This is a pretty jam-packed sort of week that I was away. Like, it was not the greatest week to be away, but hey, I mean, this is why I bought this setup. But again, thank you guys very much for all the subs and stuff that have been coming in. The follows on Twitch, guys, that's great. It's awesome to see that growth. We'll definitely be getting back into streaming. Just let me get back and sort some stuff out, and we'll get into it. I mean, we got like Spider-Man and stuff coming out pretty much like the week I get back, so we'll look at that stuff. And yeah, I mean, if you are interested in the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TheAverageKiwiGuy, that follow button, and you'll see when we do go live. That would be super cool to have you. And yeah, also, if you are new here, that subscribe button. Join the channel. It'd be super cool to have you. And yeah, the sub train continues. Been cool to see. But yeah. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Peace. Bye.